The mythical Pokemon Hoopa Unbound is going to be in raid battles for 1 day during a raid day, which means if you want to get yourself this Pokemon, you will have a very limited time to get it, and I do think that this Pokemon is going to be quite easy for you to take down as long as you have the absolute right counters. And that's going to be the purpose of this video. I'm going to be telling you how you could take down Hoopa Unbound. Alright, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon GO video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving you a raid guide on Hoopa Unbound. This is a mythical Pokemon that's going to be getting itself a raid day, and for some of you who might be watching this video, it may have already passed, but if you are able to, you could still remote raid into Hoopa Unbound raids, and I do think that this raid boss is going to be quite easy as long as you have the right counters. So with that said, let's talk about how you could take down Hoopa Unbound. This Pokemon is going to be a Psychic and Dark type, which means it's going to have a double weakness to Bug types, and as well as a regular weakness to Fairy types. Obviously here you will want to go with your absolute best Bug type Pokemon, because Hoopa Unbound does have a very unique type combination, which allows it to have very few weaknesses. But the weaknesses that it does have, it's going to be extra weak against those Pokemon. And it's also going to have double resistances to Psychic type attacks, so avoid bringing any Pokemon with Psychic type. That's not necessarily going to be effective up against this boss. Now, if you want perfect IVs for Hoopa Unbound, you're going to want one that is 2289, and if it's weather boosted, it's going to be 2862. Hoopa Unbound is going to be weather boosted by windy weather and foggy weather. Now, the amount of trainers that you need to take down Hoopa Unbound is actually pretty decent. You only need 4 trainers in total within the raid lobby, and if you want to challenge yourself, you could do this with just one other trainer. There are videos out there of players being able to solo Hoopa Unbound, but I suspect that's going to require the absolute best conditions as well as the absolute best Pokemon. So I would say that comfortably you could take it down with just 2 other trainers, but yeah, that's really going to depend on if you're high enough and you have the best counters. Speaking of which, let's go over those counters right now. In terms of Mega Evolutions, you have 2 really good options. You can go with either Mega Pinsir or Mega Scizor. Just make sure both of them have the Bug type combination that's going to deal the most damage. And then in terms of non-Mega Evolution Pokemon, there is Shadow Scizor. Unfortunately, this is really difficult for you to get because it hasn't been in the game for a very long time. So if you do not have yourself any Shadow Scizor, then you should opt to go with either Volcarona or any Genesect with Bug type attacks. These are both going to be really good options, and it's very interesting because the amount of Bug types in the game are not that numerous, but when it comes to the Bug types that are available, they are actually pretty good. And in terms of budget counters, you could go with Vikavolt or regular Scizor, just make sure they have Bug type attacks. So yeah, with these counters, you should be able to take down Hoopa Unbound no problem. Considering that it is doubly weak against Bug type attacks, it really comes down to what Bug types you have in your collection. Just make sure that you bring your absolute best ones, and if you're lacking in any Bug types, you should go with Fairy types as a secondary option. But yeah, even Pokemon that are basic, like Beedrill, are going to deal so much damage against Hoopa Unbound, so just top load your team with your best Bug types, and you'll be good to go. But in any case, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts regarding Hoopa Unbound down below. Do you plan to raid for this Pokemon, or are you going to be skipping out on its raid day? Definitely share your thoughts in the comments, and let's have a great discussion. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.